What's up everyone? We are back for Drift Masters round 5 in Hungary. Can't believe how fast this season is going. Just came back from a really nice vacation, had some time off, blew off some steam, and had a good time with Becky. And before we know it, straight back here to Hungary. A track where I have competed before, back in 2016 and 2018. So I have some knowledge of the track. They changed some of the zones on the track, and obviously the cars are after getting a lot faster. So I'm going to be interested to feel it for ourselves. The team went through the car after Riga. They found a few bits. The floor was after cracking above the subframe, and it was after pulling it down slightly. And also it twisted one of the points from the short arm, where the short wide slab arm connects to the subframe. So they straightened all that, got it all welded back up together. So the guys are just going over all the basics now. Final checks, levels, fresh driven oil. She's full of Sunoco E85. Looks a lot fresher. The guys wrapped a new rear bumper as well on the back. Fresh set of tail lights. So it doesn't look too bad. Practice starts in about 20 minutes. Time to get in the suit and learn this old girl again. After our first couple of runs, very hot here. We're going to make a few setup changes. Gear ratio is good, but it's a little bit short, so a little bit more wheel speed will help us fill the zones. Track is very tricky, especially in the chase position. Yeah, so we're going to pop in. We're running a 375 right now. We're going to put in a 369, so a little bit more wheel speed, and we'll try it again. So it's definitely challenging, but keep on going, keep learning, and try our best. It's a toasty day here in Hungary. Yeah, I'm missing the cool suit here in Europe. Practice went, it was actually, to be honest, very, very challenging. I was struggling to get into the groove, and again, we're just battling almost too much grip in the car. For the last couple of runs, we pumped the tire pressure up a bit more, and it felt a lot more comfortable. So I'm glad I got those last two runs. I got a lead with Connor, and got a single run as well. And even on the second run on the tires, the track just comes to you so much easier with 10% less grip. So still thinking for qualifying, maybe taking another bit of grip out, and we'll see. But in general, not so bad. Happy with those last two runs. It's a tricky track. Not easy for it all to come together, but we could be in a worse position. It's challenging, but we're getting there. So it's going to be a hard weekend, I can guarantee you that. Chasing on this track is very hard. So yeah, right, let's have a break and watch some qualifying before our run.
Championship leader. He even missed the first round in Spain, and he's still the championship leader. Wasn't planning on doing a full season of Drift Masters, but he just got so close to the top that he said, here we go, 2 rounds left to go. Can Dean get it done? fires wide on the edge of the circuit, and Dean is very wide on the edge of the circuit. This is beautiful from James Dean as he transitions back, letting that car move towards the edge of the circuit. Look at that. Absolutely where the judges want him to be. Doesn't drop a wheel over the edge. This is absolutely pinpoint. I don't even know how to describe how perfect that is.
On his first qualifying run, to beat Cherba, to get points ahead of everyone else, to try and steal the championship. He's through the gears, down comes Dean, flicks that S15 in now, starts to work himself through. This is incredible from James Dean. He stayed wider than anyone. This is absolutely textbook. Dean on the foot brake, to the wall goes James Dean, puts that car right where the judges wanted to see it, now puts the back wheel where the judges wanted to see it. He transitions through, can he put it right to the edge of the circuit? He can! Across the line goes James Dean, and the championship leader holds one hand in the sky and says, never forget about me.
It's a good, well, you can't forget he's leading the championship. I'll tell you one thing, that's the conversation starter now. Is that a 95.5? It's, yeah.
Good day. I think we got 92 or 91 points or 92 points in our first qualifying run, and our second run we got 96? Yeah. Oh no, it was 93.5.
93.5 and 96.
Yeah, 93.5, or was it 94.5?
93.
Okay. Yeah. 93.5 on the first run, 96 on the second run, which put us in third position. And then we got 2 run in the Tandem showdown.
Overly aggressive in the chase position, has to. He's up against the master here, the championship leader, hunting more points in the championship. Dean goes through the gears, Kuba Pashkovsky fires in on the door, and he fires in close. Kuba feeling that this could be his weekend, but he goes shallow there, and a very late transition from Kuba. He's going to lose ground, but he fires through, and it's good. From Dean, it's good from Kuba, and they're right up on the door. Contact, I think, between the two as Kuba touches the door. And look at this, oh, big transition from Kuba Pashkovsky. Goes late, goes wide, and he's up on the door, and now
I battled Kuba in the showdown, and it was great to get a couple of laps in the dark, even though there's night practice tonight, but I think I'm going to skip it because honestly I'm exhausted and it's very risky out there, and you could be, I'd rather save the night driving till it matters tomorrow, save the car, and yeah, we have more practice in the morning. Kuba got the win. I made a couple of mistakes chasing him, especially going to the last corner. It's a close battle, but I was happy to get the extra laps on track, get a few extra points towards the championship, so we're sitting in a great position going into tomorrow. But again, we have a tough first battle. Top 32 straight into battling Kevin Pazur, who was round 1 winner, and I battled him. This will be the 3rd time I battled him this year. He's a tough opponent, very aggressive, and we need to focus on that before doing any more. So fingers crossed for tomorrow. Come back with a fresh head, get some good rest tonight, and yeah, give it our best. Ready?
Oh, I'm in the vlog.
You're in the vlog?
Hey.
How are you feeling?
Hello, YouTube.
We're at your home track.
Yeah, bit better today, but still excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy hot today.
Yeah.
Like-
It's like always in Hungary.
Yeah.
The temperature is very high.
Yeah.
But
Good luck, man.
good luck.
Let's have fun. Okay, so we're back for game day. It's quite a few degrees hotter today than it was yesterday. And yeah, practice is just about to kick off. We're in the lead line. Guys worked on a couple of things in the car last night. We fitted a fresh power steering pump because I thought there was a slight change in the feeling of the steering, like I'm talking really minor. So we decided to put in our spare, and guys think it feels a little bit better, so we'll see now in practice. Just one of those things, if we didn't change it and something happened, we'd be kicking ourselves, so we said we'd just make the switch. Otherwise the car has been running flawlessly, and yeah, big day today. So we got practice now. We'll probably do 2, maybe 3 runs, a bit more grip in the car, and see how we get on. Fingers crossed. Mikey, how was practice for you?
Warm and heavy.
Warm, hot and heavy.
Yeah. Good though.
Solid. Just after wrapping up a great practice, final practice, top 32 next, straight into the deep end. The car was running brilliantly. Just to give you an idea how soft tires are at Drift Masters, look at the front tires. All the rubber, the lumps of rubber it picks up on the track. And this is right after a run where I have cleaned the tire coming in off the track as best as I can. It's crazy, and the tire is so soft. Unbelievable. It's hard to believe. So we even get rubber stuck between the brake pads, like melting between the brake pads and the disc. So Chris often has to take the Alcons off it and just clean the pads, make sure it's good. The rubber just gets absolutely everywhere. So final checks, everything's looking good, very happy. We managed to have some nice runs there. Car's in one piece. Now we're gonna have a little bit of a rest, drink some more water, and get ready for the main event.
Moving on to our next battle, which is the one I've been waiting for since the start of the top 32. Now, on paper, you would say James Dean win the championship, leading the US championship, looking pretty solid. He's the man winning everything. However, he goes up against Kevin Pazur. Now, and you might go, Kevin Pazur, that's the guy that won round 1, fair enough. Rookie of the year last year, fair enough. But Kevin Pazur put in the chase run of a lifetime against James Dean in Riga and lost by just one little mistake at the end. He now gets to go back at it again. There is no, I'm going to put it out there now, all of my experience, there is no way Kevin Pazur is not going to do something that we're going to fall out of the chair here on the chase run, because he trusts James Dean, he knows how good he is, and Pazur wants to beat Dean. He's sick of losing to him, and he's got the machinery and the bravery to do it, but it'll be knife edge, and it probably slightly out of control. Dean slots it into gear, he's in the lead position, here comes Pazur.
Yeah, and here we go through the gears. Look at this, Pazur already on the back bumper, but James Dean starts to drive away. Pazur lost in the smoke a little bit there. James Dean not as high up on the wall as he'd like to have been, and now Pazur starts to gain back some lost ground. around, starts to look for the door. That S15 creeps up onto the inside, goes for that transition. Can he plant it onto the door across the line? He can't, he's on the middle of the circuit.
Oh, he's messed it up because he went too early on the transition, I think. James Dean, it's just so consistent.
He's a machine.
He's a machine. We call him a machine.
Been on the wireless charger this morning. He's 99% battery. He's ready to go.
Yeah. He's got the new firmware update for Hungary. Cannot relax here. He's got to go for it.
Yeah, he can't let Pazur drive away from this one, and Pazur already is starting to drive away from this one as Pazur looks like maybe he has got all the grip. Nice line so far though, and outside zone 2 as Dean now starts to get himself back into the mix. Into the wall they go, and that was dangerous from Kevin Pazur, but he makes it work. They come through into the outside zone, and Dean planted. Oh, but Dean shuts it down. Dean shuts it down, and Kevin Pazur drives away with it.
I do not believe what I'm seeing on my screen right now. James Dean's car shut off in the exact same place that Dwayne McKeever's did. Two championship contenders out in top 32 in the same place on the same track.
Well, you see that thing with the championship on it?
The table?
Someone has just set fire to it over there in a steel bin, because all of that paperwork makes no difference anymore.
And I'll tell you who's smiling right now.
Laurie Heinen.
Laurie Heinen.
And I'll tell you who else is smiling right now. Connor Shanahan.
I'll tell you who's not smiling right now is James Dean.
Definitely unfortunate one for us. We had a big piece of rubber. I had a piece, oh yeah. Pieces like this we're picking up off the front tires as we're drifting, and basically goes under the fan belt. It went under the fan belt, which popped off the dry sump belt, lost oil pressure, and the ECU Master safeties cut the engine, thank God, because hopefully the engine is still good, because it was too long of a distance to make without the dry sump belt. We would have destroyed the engine, and this engine's been doing really good. So hopefully we're going to put belts back on it now and try to start it. We'll check the oil filter and all things like that. Just an unfortunate one, but look, it is what it is. These things happen in motorsport. It's just a shame it happened in top 32, because obviously our chances of any fight for the championship in Poland are pretty much gone with a top 32 exit. But that's okay. Look, I want to focus fully on FD next weekend. Utah, hopefully we have a good one there. We've had 2 unlucky events now in a row, so hopefully that's it for us, and we can go out there and put a strong event in next weekend, which will give us hopefully a solid position going into Ireland. We want to do our best, and most importantly put on a good show. I'm disappointed right now, but I'm not too bad, you know what I mean? I wasn't planning to do this full championship anyway, and it was like, okay, if this round goes well, let's do the next one. And they kept on going good until this one, and I've had a great time with the team, like Michael and Mikey and Chris have been amazing, keeping the car on track. This is the first problem we've had all year, which shows how good and reliable and strong these cars are. So huge thanks to my brother Mike as well for building the engines, my brother Ken, who always helps out when we need it, and of course my team that are with me full time. I'd be lost without everyone. This is a bump in the road, but this is drifting, and you'd have to take the bad with the good, and there's lots of good at the moment. So just going to stay positive, see how today plays out, and try to enjoy the rest of it. So, you know, it's not over yet, definitely on the back foot. So let's get the car right, let's check it over, and we'll get back on track for Poland. So just to wrap up the video, the guys got new belt on, we started everything up, checked the logs, the car ran for 0.3 of a second with no oil pressure, started up perfectly, it's running sweet. So we think we're 100%. We'll double check the oil filter when we open it, make sure there's no foilings, but I'd be surprised. I think we're lucky with that. So we're going to watch top 16 now to the final, see how everyone does. This should be very exciting to watch, and I love watching drifting, but I prefer competing. But yeah, we'll see how it all unfolds, and as soon as it's over this evening, Myself, Becky and Chris were jumping in the rental, going straight back to Budapest. So 2.5 hour drive, and we fly straight to the UK. Landing there at 7 AM in the morning, and we're going to Gravity Show in the UK, drifting the RX-7 tomorrow. Becky's going to be in the S15 before we jump straight in the flight to go to Utah next weekend. So super busy. Our weekend of drifting isn't over yet. Time to make some noise tomorrow with the RX-7, have some fun. It is what it is. So we'll see you all next week in Utah, and fingers crossed. So a few hours later from Hungary, we are in Birmingham in the UK at the NEC. We have the Falcon Tires RX-7 here. Becky's here with the S15. Today is a pretty chilled out day, so we're going to be doing a few demos. It's going to be all packed later on, and we're going to be doing a few demos with the RX-7. Hopefully drive with Becky at the end of the day for some fun, and yeah, just enjoy the sounds of this machine. I'm pretty tired right now, but I know this won't be long waking me up. Gravity shows getting bigger and bigger every single year. Last year I was here supporting Becky, and we said this year I should try to bring the RX-7. The RX-7 was on the Falcon Tires stand yesterday while I was competing in Hungary, and overnight last night the guys pulled it out and ready to shred today.